When you're on a bit of a roller coaster with your health, being grateful can seem really, really difficult and kind of not really fitting in with the atmosphere. I once had someone say to me, why didn't I focus on the health that I did have rather than on the health I didn't have, and stop worrying and obsessing over what I could do to change my health and instead focus on what was going well? And I just remember thinking, well, that's a really audacious piece of advice coming from someone who'd actually never stepped foot in a hospital before, let alone been under the knife. So I sat in my indignation for a little bit. I thought, how on earth could someone suggest that to me? And the more I realised it, the more I thought, actually, I think she's got a bit of a point. And over the past couple of years, I've come to see actually why gratitude is so important, not just for our mental health, but for our physical health as well. Like most of the things that we know are really good for us to do, practicing gratitude just gets forgotten. It just seems to fall off the list very, very easily. And why? That's because when we're in the middle of a challenge or something that we're finding difficult, the mind's really, really good at keeping our attention on the problem and not so good at letting us focus on what is going well, maybe on finding a solution. And in that moment of difficulty, gratitude doesn't really fit in with the atmosphere. It kind of, when you're already feeling a bit meh about something, bringing gratitude into the equation just like doesn't seem to suit. The paradox though is that that's exactly the reason why we need to practice gratitude. And you've probably heard the saying, where you put your focus is what creates your reality, and it's entirely true. So for a while now, we've known that adopting a regular gratitude practice is one of the first go-to prescriptions for mental health problems and just generally keeping happy, creating and maintaining good mental health. So science points to the release of dopamine and serotonin, which are the two happy hormones which enhance our mood immediately and make us feel better. And if practiced over time, these can help forge new neural pathways, so happiness actually becomes one of our default emotions without us necessarily having to think about it. So a lot less talked about is the effect that gratitude can have upon our physical health. So we've discussed before in different videos that you can't really separate physical and mental health because the mind and the body are not disconnected, they're connected. So everything that happens on a mental level or an emotional level, the other part feels that. So with gratitude, when we focus our mind on what we're grateful for, that sends a signal to our nervous system to release serotonin and dopamine, to those happy hormones. And not only does this put us in a brighter mental space, our body actually feels way more relaxed and functions a lot better. So research points to having a stronger immune system, less pain, better sleep, more energy, lower cortisol, so less stress, better blood pressure and cardiac functioning. I mean, gratitude kind of just sells itself. So does that mean we can change our health just by being grateful? Absolutely. If you read my article last week or watched a video last week, you'll understand that the link between our internal environment and the functioning of our cells, it makes sense that our genes respond to our beliefs, our thoughts, and our emotions. So if those happen to be around gratitude, what we're grateful for, things that make us feel full, then that's going to in turn create happy cells and a really healthy emotional environment. It's not just general gratitude that works either. If you can be grateful for your health, you're asking your body to create more of that for you. You're kind of sending a thumbs up, I suppose, to your cells to politely ask them to give you second helpings. Because remember, wherever you put your focus is what creates your reality. Give your attention to what's going well or what you like to have from your health, and slowly it will begin to change on a cellular level from the inside out. For those of you who fancy a Christmas challenge, then keep listening. If there's a part of your health that maybe you see as bad or you don't have a kind of great relationship with it, ask yourself if there's any gratitude that you can pull from that. Maybe it's taught you a skill, maybe it's teaching you a different perspective on things. Try and focus on something that you wouldn't have right now, a benefit to you, if it weren't for that dip in the road, whether that's happening now or it's happened in the past. And why? Because when you change your relationship with your health, and by relationship I mean your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs around your health, you send a very, very different energy into your cells. And when the cells in your body vibrate at a higher frequency, including the problematic ones, so where the illness is actually happening, there's actually no environment for disease to thrive.